Hello, welcome to Pearls and Grace. I pray that you all are doing well. I'm sending love, health, prosperity, and abundance your way. I pray that you all had a terrific Thanksgiving, and welcome to another session of A Cup of Comfort. So go ahead and grab your tea, your coffee, your water, whatever it is, and let's just partake in a cup of comfort. So today I will be having, let me show you. I will be having, let me bring the camera down. Let's see, can you see? I'm not sure. I will be having rose tea. So, and I also made some, I'm going to be drinking it out of this cup here. I made some rose sugar that I have let, it looks so pretty. I made some rose sugar, and I have let it just kind of sit so it can have like a fragrance. And I should have brought my strainer to strain it, but it's okay. Rose is very, very good for you, okay? So we're gonna have a drink, and then we're gonna get started with our cup of comfort for this week. Oh, that's good. That's like really good. So, I plan on doing a video about the rose sugar. Just because I think it's so pretty and feminine and girly, and it just goes really well with a lot of drinks. So, you know, on this channel, we are becoming our higher selves, women that God can lead, women that are in submission to God, in submission to our husbands, women that, those that have husbands. I don't have a husband yet, but I will have one. I will have one. So we are just cultivating femininity and becoming women of virtue, women of integrity, women of leadership, women that, the Titus 2 woman that helps younger women become better versions of themselves. So today, on today's Cup of Comfort, I think I'm gonna title this one. This one doesn't really have a title when I was reading this devotion, but it makes me think about our heart posture. So I'm going to read it to you. And the scripture is Romans 12:4-5. And it reads, just as our bodies have many parts, and each part has a special function, so it is with Christ's body. We are many parts of one body, and we all belong to each other. And the story reads, this season in my life of broken toes and bed rest has changed my perception of how I should be living. I found that pain and fear have stripped me down to my most vulnerable, and I am having to ask for help. For me, that was something, that is something that is very hard to do, is ask for help. And God has been dealing with me with that also. So it says, up until this point, I never realized how much I hate doing that. he's referring to or she's referring to asking for help. It's already hitting close to home. And then it goes on to say, I like to do life in my own time frame and on my own terms. I want to be able to take care of the details of my life without asking anyone for anything. But Jesus is allowing me to sit in this uncertain place of not being able to do for myself and just be. I am neck deep in I don't knows. I don't know when my feet will be completely better. I don't know how long it will be before I can go grocery shopping by myself. I don't know when I will really get walking. I don't know when I will really get walking with crutches down. Oh my God, this person is feeling just helpless, you know. What I am beginning to understand is that I need people. In fact, this is how Jesus designed life to be. We were supposed to lean on one another. Life is richer when we trust one another, when we care for others. Our kindness, y'all, I love this one. Our kindness towards others speaks volumes. Our willingness to step in and minister to somebody else mirrors the sacrificial love that Jesus has for us. This belonging to each other reveals the strength found in many, not the weakness of one. And that is powerful. And this was written in by Susanna Forth Oxman. I'm sorry. And then it goes on at the bottom and it just says, it has a little faith step and it's asking you as a reader a question. And I'm going to ask you as a listener the question, okay? What do you belong to? Is there someone who needs to hear your words of life today? It says, write an encouraging note to a friend who needs one. So, as I was reading this, I don't know, all of a sudden my throat got scratchy. As I was reading this, I began to think about the season in my life. Very difficult season. And then like this person said here, this season in my life of broken toes and bed rest has changed my perception of how I should be living. There was an incident that happened in my life that completely shifted all my goals that I had set, all of my dreams that I had set. It just completely shifted. And I felt like my back was up against the wall. I was in a position, and, you know, I'll give that testimony when the time is right. Felt like my back was up against the wall. I had never been in a place like that. I didn't know where. Most days I had no idea if I was going or if I was coming. I will say that I was in zombie mode, and God literally had me in a place where I literally had to depend on him. I had to depend on his instructions. I had to be in a place where I could hear what he was saying, and it was just a lot going on. So I really can relate with this, but during this time, it involved caring, lots of caring, being a caregiver. And it still does. Being a caregiver, pouring out yourself, and you know, just depending on God for strength, asking him, Lord, I've never been here before. I don't know what I'm doing, but I need you. And one thing that we need to know is that if he brings us to it, he'll bring us through it. So therefore, we are equipped for the job. I want to tell somebody, including myself, that is having a rough time right now. And I know that you are, because I just felt it. I just felt it. Somebody out there, I just felt your pain, that you're having a rough time and you are like, Lord, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do. This is a very difficult season for you and you're struggling so bad, but just because you are the strong one, you put on this facade that everything is fine. You're taking care of everybody. You're taking care of everybody. You're doing for everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. I just, I can just feel it, the hurt of someone out there. And I just want you to know that this too shall pass. And I want to tell you that you are the woman for the job. You are in that position because you are the woman for the job. You were called to that position because you are the woman for the job. As a matter of fact, touch yourself right now and decree and declare and say that I am the woman for the job. You are the woman for the job. You are. Granted, you may have to, ask for help. You may have to put your pride aside and ask for help. And just know that you can't be strong all the time. You can't. God will put us to a place where we will have to solely depend on him. Okay? So this reminds me of an event that took place a couple of weeks ago. I had gotten a phone call and I was told that there was a homeless gentleman that needed, I'm gonna button this up. There was a homeless gentleman that I needed to go see if he needed help, because he was sleeping outside in the park. And so they didn't really give like the directions. I just asked God to lead me because the directions wasn't really clear. So I just asked God to lead me. And when I got there, I saw the man. He was outside. And I walked up to him and I introduced myself and I told him who I was, and we chatted. And I always, when I'm out serving, I always like to ask, more about them and get to know them. And then, just we just talk before I'm just like, well, here you go. Here. No. These are people. It says right here, your kindness towards others speaks volumes. So I just let them talk. Oftentimes we walk past people and we're just like, you turn your nose up and you just like, oh, they need a bath, or, ooh, get a job. I've heard so many people say, well, he needs to get a job. All these places around here are hiring and, they need to get a job. And I'm just like, well, I get, when I hear that, they need to get a job. They need to get a, I'm working, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. When I say that, I'm like, you know what? you cannot judge a book by its cover. You don't know. He could have had a job yesterday. She could have had a job yesterday. Something happened. Something happened. Don't just assume that every person that you meet is out there just looking for handouts, you know, because a lot of people right now are just a paycheck, just one paycheck, one economy crash, one war happening, one person in your family getting ill, one breadwinner in your family getting ill, one factory shutting down, one company shutting down, away from being homeless. So I began to talk to him, and he began to tell me that he had pride. I could see it. So that lets me know right off the top that he was not out there to be a leech. He was not out there looking for someone to just take care of him. He began to tell me that, you know, I owned my own home. Just a few years ago, I owned my own home. He said, I made good money. I think he said I drove trucks, but I made good money. I had been in this profession for years. So I had things. I had the material things. I was doing well for myself, he said. And then he got cancer and some other illness that began to instantly just take over his body. And he could no longer do the job. And so he went through his savings quickly. And now he is sleeping outside. He's laying outside. And I just sat there and I listened, and I could just feel his pain, because he was like, pretty much like, I'm a man. Like, I don't want to be out here, you know, looking for handouts and doing this. And then at that moment, God allowed me to share my story with him and things that I had been through with him. And he just looked, and I'm just like, yeah, it's just by the grace of God. That is it. I have not done anything. It is literally by the grace of God. It's literally by the grace of God that I am not the one that's out here sleeping on this park bench. It's literally by the grace of God that you are not the one sleeping outside on that park bench. But I had to ask for help. I had to humble myself and go stand. You know what? We're going to be completely transparent today. I had to humble myself and go get food from a food pantry. I had to humble myself and you know, just sell things to try to get money, sell things out of my house, and, you know, sell items out of my house and let things go. So it's okay. It's okay to ask for help. It's okay, you know, and I struggle with it still. And my son, even with things with like moving things around, my son is like, you know, you need to fall back and let me pick that up. You know, mama, sit down, you know. And this is still, if you go back and watch my video about the season of rest, God has just been dealing with me, and I'm just sharing it with y'all because I'm sure a lot of you can relate. But the more I talk to him and the more I kind of, you know, just soften the atmosphere, he did take the items that I had, and I was able to reach out to another friend of mine, and she provided services for him. But y'all, it just broke my heart. It just broke my heart. And we have to be in a season of, always in a season of gratitude. Like this person said, they're sitting there, they're hopeless, they can't do nothing. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to be here. But you're alive. Obviously, you have somewhere to lay your head. You're having to depend on someone, so you have someone. So we have to thank God that everything that, it just didn't fall apart all at one time. Like he literally lost it all. Let's think about Job. Let's think about Job as well. So we have to be grateful. And not only that, but right here when it says, is there someone who needs to hear your words of light today? You may say, well, Veronica, I don't have money to give. I don't have items to give the homeless. I don't have material things. But you have a voice. You can pray. I don't know their situation, you may say. The next time you're in the grocery store and you see a mother, her kids are just running and she looks so tired. We all have been there. Hello, somebody. She just looked tired, like she need rest. Just say a simple prayer. God, touch this mama. Give her strength. Show her how to handle this. Show her how to, make her life easier. Help her with her, help her, give her strength where she is weak. Strengthen her babies. Send help. She don't have to know. You don't have to go up to her and say, can I lay hands on you? And no, because we don't, you don't need to do that. You can just whisper a prayer. Buy someone's coffee. It's only what, $1, $2? I don't know. But pay for someone's coffee. Pay it forward. That's the word. Thank you, Lord. Pay it forward. It doesn't always have to be some grand gesture of, where you're being seen or you're just doing the most. No, it could be just, a lot of times people just need the simple things. A compliment, a sincere compliment, that is. A sincere compliment, that could just light up someone's, just like it puts just a smile on somebody's face. Just a compliment. Or you may be out and about and you see someone on crutches. Pray for a speedy recovery. You may see a woman that looks ill and she has, you could tell that her hair is gone and she has on a scarf, or you can just sense that there's something going on. Say a prayer. Say a prayer for her that God will, just restore her body, restore her mind. There's a car on the side of, or somebody broke down on the side of the road. It's just so many things that we just go about our day, just zooming through our day, zooming through work, making dinner, and just, as a matter of fact, about making dinner, thank God that you have a dinner, because a lot of people don't even have dinner. Just we got to be more thankful. And as it says here, we are many parts of one body and we all belong to each other. Maybe you overhear a conversation of someone struggling. You don't have to know them. God knows them. But you can stand in the gap for the person, and just always ask for strength for yourself so that you're able to do that which God has called you to do. So I hope that this has been an encouraging word for someone, and just take the time to check your heart posture, The next time you want to complain about something or, you know, pity me, you know, we all have our little pity parties. We do. We have our pity parties. But just learn how to work on replacing that negative thought with something positive and that of gratitude, and being more aware of your surroundings and the people that you're passing during the day. Be aware, have discernment, ask for discernment, because we all need somebody. We all need prayer. You know, and just check your heart posture. So I pray that this helps someone. I pray that you all have a wonderful day.